Shit, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So the super straight hashtag or whatever. I believe it started as a joke on TikTok from one post, and then not a great joke, and then it started picking up steam on fucking 4chan of all places, and so now it's like, of course, because we live in the reality we do, it's picking up steam and blah blah blah. Essentially, what it is, the equivalent of a pump and dump scheme. If you were hanging around on any sort of message boards, mainly like 4chan and similar shit, during any sort of crypto boom, they do the same thing. And what that is that all the people on the forum who know what's going on will push and shove and cram whatever coin that they're going to, and in this case it's a meme, that they're going to make popular so that they could sell the coin, back when it's at a high. That's how they do it with crypto. What they do with these jokes is, jokes, a term I use very loosely. That's what they do. They end up pushing the little idiots and edgelords who are dumb enough to put their face to a movement like this. And then when things get real hot, they move on, Yeah, I have been for I don't know. It's been a little while. It should be on my. Here, hold on. There you go. If you click that, it'll take you to my little link tree where I've got links to all my stuff that I do, mainly. I think I may have left one or two out, but... Oh, you're too kind. I didn't quite blow up. I mean, I've only got 7,000 followers. And most of my videos only get like 200 views, so it's pretty cool. I'd be lying if I said I didn't care. I just don't care that much. I wish that I knew what the missing ingredients were besides some sort of fortune, like luck, rather. If I knew what the secret was. Because I know my content's not like super compelling to everybody. That's kind of the problem. One of my first TikTok friends pointed that out in the comments, and I think I made him feel like he was like I was upset. But he said that sometimes my content is boringly true. And I'm like, you're onto something, man. I don't leave any room. I feel compelled to explain everything so thoroughly that I don't leave any room for anybody to for their brain to move around on the subject. They're like, okay. And they learned everything they needed to know, and then they just go by. So, or they just don't pay attention all the way through, Anyway. Excuse me. I mean, I kind of hope you didn't hear that, but I don't really care. I have a noise filter on, I think. Maybe I don't. All right, I guess. Let's get this fucking trash fire started. Because why not? So this guy, Mr. Obvious, I don't know much about him, but I can say that I guarantee he doesn't have, there's not going to be slurs or any, TOS content. But I would say just the fucking way that he talks about stuff might be insensitive. I'm not sure. I haven't really seen his content.
Down. On a TikTok and Twitter.
Wait.
Well, everyone, the internet is currently breaking down. On a TikTok and Twitter.
Sorry, the Uninet.
Super Straight has gone viral. And as you can imagine, a lot of very dumb people are very upset. What is super straight? Well, it's the idea that you're a man who is straight and are only attracted to the opposite gender of people who are born that gender. It's basically saying that as a man or a woman, you
fundamental
like the opposite gender. I mean, that's pretty much what it means.
Fundamental misunderstanding of gender right off the bat.
The progressive left and the LGBTQ plus W.
Oh, you gonna do that joke?
AQZ.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hut movement.
Yeah.
I've been saying for a long time that
real funny.
If you're a straight male or a straight female and you do not like to date trans people, then that means that you're phobic, and that means that you're just a bigot. I find this is absolutely ludicrous.
Well, you might want to find that it's not the case either. It's not so much that somebody doesn't think that they would be I want to use the word attracted, I guess. It's the most sort of basic middle of the road neutral term I can think of. A douche canoe indeed. Uh, it's not so much that like, oh, I wouldn't date them because they're not my type. It's more so the whole ball of shit around which you rolled that point, which is the part that they're conveniently leaving out, like, isn't the case about them claiming that trans women aren't women. That's the part that you get called a bigot for. See, there's a lot of like little misdirections in this whole argument, a lot of them. That's one. I'm sure he'll cover the others and I'll bring them up, but you know, it's not just that they wouldn't date a trans person, which I mean, that's a discussion on its own, but like they're acting as if society at large is walking up to somebody who doesn't want to date a trans person and like canceling them. You know what I mean? It's such a misdirection. Yeah. I wouldn't give him the pleasure of even touching his wiener. I would just punch him in the face.
For many reasons. One,
I mean, in a Minecraft server.
it's nobody's place to force you to date someone. I mean, look,
Force you to date someone. Who the fuck is being forced to date anyone, dog?
let's just get that right out there in the open. The idea that you can force somebody to like a certain group of people is completely ridiculous. How
I and everyone else would agree.
dare you? It is not gay to suck a woman's penis.
He's kind of gay.
I mean, it's not. But
It's not gay, come on.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Seems kind of gay to me.
But that just
yeah, that's the problem with Filthy Frank. That's not who he is, but holy shit, does the wrong crowd identify with his old work?
actually what they're arguing for. So some guy and some people online made a meme or this sort of movement called super straight. And the idea is that it's a sexuality so that you cannot be called phobic, you cannot be called a bigot. I find it absolutely hilarious. And then this is why. As a member of this community, kind of play for both fields, if you know what I'm saying. I have no problem with this whatsoever. In fact, I think it's hilarious. If there's people out there who are only attracted to the opposite gender, well, guess what? That's called being normal.
Did this person just say that they're bisexual and that it's only normal that being straight is the only normal? I'm not following here, or am I fucking losing my absolute mind? I can't tell. You see, because the things that he's saying are so absolutely asinine. I need to make an appeal to the internet. Huh? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So my question is right here. How does this person have 250,000 subscribers on YouTube? And I have but a lowly 74. I mean, granted, my content upload schedule is non-existent. And I'm not the most compelling person to watch. But I'm fighting the urge to accept the reality that so many people are as full of hatred and willful stupidity as is very clearly the case. So just let me pretend, I guess, that that's not true for a little bit. Because if that's what it takes to be successful, creating content, then I'll leave this hobby forever. I'll never return. I don't ever want to resemble in any way, or do I want to be compared to the type of person who says the kind of shit that I'm currently hearing. It's funny because he's saying that he's saying that people being mad is insane, but I would wager that the other side, the argument he's making is pretty fucking bonkers, to be honest. Where the fuck does he get that anybody's being forced to do anything? Like, that's the part they're leaving out of this argument. Where is that happening? I don't know. You see, they're waiting for people to react, and then they're going to claim that the person who reacted out of frustration that that's what their point was. Chalking it up to brainwash. Is he jerking off into the microphone?
Normal. It's not really.
So I had to slap one out real quick. Chalk it up to brainwashing. Well, yeah, his audience, certainly.
A new sexual identity. It is simply human sexuality. I mean, come on. Do we really need a new word or a new term to describe straight people?
No. What do you mean? Exactly. What are you talking about? Yeah, fulfilling an agenda so many people already follow. Probably a little column A, a little column B. You know what I'm saying? They fucking do both. They latch on to things. These far right motherfuckers will latch on to movements like parasites. You know what I mean? They see what's going on, and that's the deal. They see that there's this whole situation where there's an ambiguity to the conflict. So they talk about being super straight. A normal person, and when I say normal, I mean like a normie who doesn't fuck with like TikTok or Twitter or whatever, at least not in that capacity, right? And they hear this discourse and they're like, Jesus, that sounds crazy. What the fuck are you talking about? And of course, the first one that's going to be able to articulate everything are the people making the claims that they're being attacked, which is in this case, the fucking, the 4chan neo-Nazis. And they're making the claim to the normal people that, well, all I said was that I don't blah, 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 blah. I don't want to date this person. And they just went fucking crazy. They're all crazy. My brother used to do that to people. Like abusive, like parents do that. They push you and poke you and push you and prod you. And then you react. And then they go, holy shit, look, everybody, look how fucking crazy he is. What kind of person reacts that way when only one little thing and nothing before that happened? When what I'm doing and saying is completely and entirely sincere. Wow, I don't know. Wow, look at that. Crazy the left is crazy. You know what I mean? This is fucking like just a massive bout of gaslighting. Because you see, they don't really have a better way. They even admit it on the 4chan forums. They're like, this is literally the only way we can trick people into finally showing how shitty they are. But it's like, you're not even doing that, you fucking dumbass. Like, you're not showing how bad anybody but you is. To think so is absolutely asinine to me.
I think we know. You're straight if you're attracted to the opposite gender. Hoodoy! But that hasn't stopped this from blowing up online.
Hoodoy.
In one of the original videos, you can see, I believe this is a teenager, though I'm not sure. But he's basically saying in this video, I created a new identity. It's called super straight. It means I'm only attracted to women who are born women. And
what's up, Addis?
You can't criticize me.
How's it going?
Which, to be honest, by the left's logic, makes perfect sense. But what happened after...
See, this is the logic. Anyway.
So much blowback. The left is absolutely losing its mind. And it's become sort of a troll movement. Man, and some of the blowback is incredible. You have a bunch...
So, it's become sort of a troll movement? It is a troll movement. What you'll notice on this frame here, I would hope, you see at the top, tippy top, this is a screenshot of a Reddit post, right? Do you know where it's posted? 4chan. And do you know what you see the file name? Seethe.ping? Okay, so Seethe is the new, I haven't been fucking around with 4chan for a while, but I have delved in to check shit out as of a couple days ago. It's their new term for like when people are mad or whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's the new like triggered, you're seething, you know what I mean? It's just hilarious to me that they're like, it's become sort of a troll movement. And then he's like on fucking 4chan. What this screenshot is doing is posting like proof that they went out and did the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bunch of progressive leftists on Twitter making threats. Here's a screenshot from Reddit. They say they made a subreddit r/superstraight. Anyone know how to report subreddits? Same bald silly says, exactly. It's not a preference when you can't see the chromosomes. It's an ideology, a shit one. God, that logic. So here's a really good example. Fem Annan says, Threatening violence due to sexual orientation, how is this okay? This should be a clear message to all of those people out there telling hashtag superstraight and hashtag supergay identifying people you are not oppressed. I've been threatened 20 times today due to my identity. And this really shows you the massive hypocrisy.
No, it does. I mean, it does. It fucking does. But it doesn't show you the hypocrisy of the left, you fucking doorknob. It's another screenshot posted to fucking 4chan. By someone named fucking Feminon? Are you stupid? Or are you that good at acting like it for the grift? Like, they're literally gonna sit here and pretend that they actually think this is a genuine post? They got it from 4chan, dog.
Nobody chooses their sexuality or sexual orientation.
And scrolled up to act. Dude, that was risky, you know, because I was checking out the 4chan where they were talking about super straight, and almost every single post. In fact, let's scrub that back and see if anything got through.
Or sexual.
Look at this. He's quoting that same Reddit post. It actually scares me, Dezu. So that's green texting that. Somebody says, just think, we haven't even entered the hard times part of this cycle yet. They can't even handle words on the fucking internet. Did this fucking idiot, Mr. Obvious, out himself as like lurking on 4chan while he's pretending to only have a tangential understanding of 4chan's involvement in this whole movement? Because I think that's exactly what just happened. Stupid, slimy fucking grifters, dude. God, they suck.
I think this is well
you couldn't edit that out?
Nor can a person choose if they're only attracted to the opposite gender. That's called life. You better get used to it. And this is what I've noticed. It's like these progressive leftists, these regressive morons, they actually believe that the world should change to suit them. That's not called real life, buddy. In the real...
Yeah, no, that's not, though. Like, that whole statement that he just made about it being... He says it like it's so obvious, and so people that don't, like, can't be asked to give the thought, like, they can't spare the neurons to think about a viewpoint like that, you know? This whole argument still assumes that a trans woman is not a woman, okay? So that's the argument they're actually making. No matter what they say, that's what they're saying. It's right there on the fucking box. Like, if you read the ingredients of this argument, that's what's there. It's like 3 times your daily helping of transphobia. Because he just said, he's like, it's like you can't help it, but back up a step. If they were saying that about not being attracted to, like if a woman was just saying, I'm not attracted to women, then like, yeah, you can't help that. But trans women are women, you know what I mean? If you don't want to date a trans person for whatever your fucking reason is, I mean, you can have a discussion about it, but the idea that like it's because of that, that's where you are playing softball with the Nazis, you see. And you know it's the Nazis because it's on the fucking poll, you know, 4chan/POL/, which is festering cesspool of anti-Semitism, racism, hate speech. Which is why I was saying it's very risky that he was scrolling up and down. But he accidentally revealed right in the same thread. God damn.
The world does not change for you. Now, some of this is just straight up funny. Like, I feel like Gen Z is absolutely red-pilled and absolutely woke because they are finally pushing back against a lot of this progressive left nonsense. They've started using the term superphobic against all the people mad at the super straight movement. And
yeah, that seems very legitimate. Random person 12191. Seems not like a throwaway at all. Definitely seems like Gen Z too, huh?
You know what? They're right. I feel like a lot of these people are super phobic.
Oh wait, never mind. This person is... What Gen Z was he talking about then? Hey, what's up? You have come at a great time. No, okay. See, I saw the downvote on this take, and I was like, wait a second. Yeah, no, this person pretty much sums it up right there. Turns out, being straight hasn't ever been persecuted. You know what I mean? So, like, Also, even assuming no other part of the argument was fragile dog shit, this one right here, this is the response. Nobody who's going against you is superphobic. Straight people haven't been discriminated against historically in our societies, which is why people have an issue with you. You're crying about discrimination, claiming you need a safe space, which is why people are probably quite annoyed with you. When I came out as bi, I wasn't lucky enough to be introduced to that lack of hostility that straight people get. I mean, true. But that the part that they're ignoring, again, is that the super straights are acting as if it's a real thing. So it's not. Tomorrow. Oh, yeah. No worries. No worries at all. I'm in no rush on that. I think it'll be a while before I ever even get to use them, but, you know, it's good to have them because I know it'll happen eventually, right?
Because the truth is, a lot of these people on the progressive left, well, they were discriminating against straight people this entire time. But for some reason...
For being gay? Is it... What? Fellas, is it discriminatory to just be gay?
Reason they think that it's okay for them to do it, but when anybody else does it to them, all of a sudden it's a crime. All of a sudden, oh my god, these phobic...
No, it's not all of a sudden a crime. It's a crime in, like, it's a federal crime. Yeah, it's not suddenly a crime. When was the civil rights? Was it in the 60s? That Hold on, let me switch my... Oh, how many do I need? I think 10 now, but... Yeah, I have 5 subpoints. $1964 is apparently sudden for this fucking person. They say suddenly it's illegal, right? Well, 1964 isn't that sudden, I don't think. It was in fact, was pretty recent. Or I mean, pretty not recent, like a few decades even.
Bigots. Well, you can be a bigot and belong to a protected class. You see it all the time. And I think these people are being massively exposed.
But they're not.
Oh man, some of these messages here from Super Straight India. They say, been seeing a lot of hashtag Super Straight hatred on the timeline. To all Super Straight people reading, you are valid, beautiful, precious, powerful, fierce, amazing, talented, compassionate.
They're like laughing.
And most of all, remember that you are brave. Say no to superphobia. And here is the flag and the colors of the Super Straight movement. Woo! Looks good. Orange, black. For those of you just listening, it's a half orange, black flag with the gender symbols connected at the circle. One pointing to male, one pointing to female. With chud for the gender in the background.
With extra sauce.
Cool. Dom replies, say yes to superphobia. You know that a troll is really good when the whole point of the troll is to expose you as a nasty human being, and then you respond as a nasty human being. Right now...
Oh, man. So here's what's funny about that, is that, as I said earlier, this whole thing's like a pump and dump scheme for some of the neo-Nazis on 4chan. It's like they breed... It's like part of their practice for getting more people to see their viewpoint is by putting them through this fucking ringer. Like, they come up with these ideas... And they see that somebody else had come up with an idea, and they perpetuate it, and they pump it up so that all these gullible shitheads on the 4chan boards are like fall for it essentially. And while it does espouse ideals that the neo-Nazi folks, the veterans, probably have, what ends up happening is these idiots end up wearing the badge for it and getting just obliterated when everybody figures out what's going on. And that sours them enough where they don't even realize they got played. So they go crying back to fucking 4chan like, the left is so fucking mean. You know what I mean? Or they think that they won and they're like, this is fun because I beat the left. And this is what you know what I mean? Like, I found my, like, owning the libs or whatever the fuck. Like, it blows my mind that they think they're the first ones that have figured this shit out. Wait. My little special board is on the repair bench.
Now, hashtag superstraight is trending online with 83,000 tweets. This stuff has gone viral. So basically, the progressive, regressive left's argument is that superstraight is transphobic. I think that's ridiculous. Once again, you cannot...
Yeah, you don't think very smart things very often, it seems. So I'm not sure how much credence that has, that you think it's ridiculous. Literally nothing this knucklehead has said has really aligned with much logic. Owning the libs. Yeah, it's like 2015 never ended.
You cannot force people to like you.
Duh. Take your own advice. Well, no, you have clearly taken your own advice, and instead you're tricking people into it. Or you're just that fucking dumb.
It's just what it is. You're absolute idiots, and you're falling for the troll in spectacular fashion. So you know what? Hashtag superstraight.
So here you go. He just admitted that it's a troll. So there we go. Why do they do that? Isn't it fucking awesome how right-wingers always end up building an argument and then deconstructing it in the same fucking sentence like every single time?
Go on and go forth. Your identity is valid. You are beautiful just the way you are. Do not listen to these bigots. You have a right to exist. You have a right to your sexuality. And these people they're bad people, okay? Fact Seeker says, what happened to humanity? This hashtag superstraight video was by a 16-year-old guy. FFS. And still,
FFS.
A woman with
LMAO, ROFLMM,
videos saying that they're super straight. The left
that whole thing
are making threats to people's mothers. Once again, it is clear who the good guys and who the bad guys are in this event. The left are the bad guys. I feel like I have to say that because some moral...
So then you mean it wasn't clear? This person just has where their brain should be. It's just a shriveled pumpkin that just looked close enough, and so that's what's in there now.
Moron over in the big tech headquarters is going to be
the big tech Democrat. Fucking come on.
Like, well, is this problematic content? No, it is not. What is problematic is what the progressive left is doing. You cannot and should not be making threats to people's moms.
I mean, agreed, but this is the other part of this is like. There's a certain segment of like extremely online anime profile pic folks on Twitter. I don't know anything about them. I just know that they're like aligned with the left, but they will respond the same way if you say that you like don't like the same fucking bands. They will be like anybody who likes this band deserves to be stabbed or some crazy shit like that in a video game. But like the other part is it's 4chan, so I'm going to go ahead and take a guess that some of these death threats need to be investigated before you can go ahead and chalk it up to the fucking left. Because 4chan really likes to do goofy shit like that. Like, they really like to do stuff. Like, say that somebody's attacking them and then swat themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, death threats aren't cool no matter what. But nobody whose opinion is worth much in this whole debate, in terms of like rhetoric anyway, is making them.
It is wrong. It is also a crime. You will be reported and you will go to jail. Okay? So, enough. People need to calm down.
YouTube link. I'm trying to figure out to...
Calm down.
Hold on.
You need to realize one.
Like Taylor Swift said? When did Taylor Swift say to calm down?
That it is not okay. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story?
What is this fucking dollar store overstock.com if it was a porn website logo this guy's got going on? I'm gonna check that link out. I did want to... How come I can't show... God damn it. Oh, there it is. Hold on. There we go. I'm trying to get it to where I can see what a link would be before I click it, but... Oh, yeah.
Virgil MasterCard, heir to the MasterCard fortune. Oh, yes, yes, how do you do? And that was the third time I slept with Catherine Harris. Well, I love her politics, but how is she in bed?
I don't remember
well,
this sketch.
As anyone in Florida will tell you, she knows how to rig an erection.
Oh, there it is. Yep. That is fucking very close indeed. Very close. Yeah, it's him. This dude is like the even discounted dollar. He's like not only the great value version of liberal hive mind, but like the great value version of liberal hive mind that's like it was frozen food and somebody just didn't want it anymore because they realized it was absolute garbage and they just like threw it like in the peanut butter aisle. That's fucking Mr. Obvious here. The other part of this whole meme as the or troll, as he claimed, is like the 4chan threads, as evidenced by the one he accidentally showed, and then claimed at the end of the video, oh, I think 4chan is partaking.
I believe 4chan is also partaking in this major troll. I think...
Yeah. You believe? He's been using 4chan screenshots. It wasn't even a screenshot of 4chan. He recorded his fucking browser while he was browsing on 4chan. As they were talking about their plans on how to actually do this thing that they're doing. His audience is so just... It's like as soon as you click the subscribe button for this channel out of curiosity, like... It's like, I believe that like a cartoon fist pops out of your monitor and immediately fucking whacks you in the forehead. And if you can still put a few like coherent thoughts together afterwards, it hits you again. I can't figure out any other way that people would not see the inconsistencies that I see in this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane to me. But people will jump on any excuse to be hateful pieces of shit, unfortunately. But, you know, I saved a couple of these 4chan threads, and I want to post the Google Drive link somewhere. I don't want to really post it unless somebody asks for it, because even the idea of somebody accidentally coming across that shit, it's pretty rough. Pretty fucking rough. But they literally are using... It's like they can pretend that this is legitimate all they want, but like the receipts are right there. All of the rhetoric that they're using is written down like as instructions on 4chan by people using 9 kinds of slurs and talking about how they're going to, like, it's not... This is what I mean when I say that the Nazis, the like real deep super Nazis that spend all day on fucking 4chan are like setting everybody else up like a pump and dump. Because they're going to find it equally as funny when idiots like this get associated with like just borderline illegal hate speech on 4chan as part of this movement. They're also going to be laughing. Like, they like that shit too. You know what I mean? It's fucking... The fact that they think that's not the case is kind of funny to me. It's very scary. Funny, very scary, but kind of funny. It's less funny the more I think about it, but...